A father gave a lesson to a rude stranger that had changed his life. People often say not to judge the book by its cover, but sometimes we need a harsh lesson to fully understand the meaning of this phrase. A man from Papillion, Nebraska did something that taught another man never put a tag on people without knowing what they have been through. This lesson had changed his attitude to the world forever. Every day is a chance to learn a new lesson. However, these lessons can be really painful. A lot of parents have been there, where strangers judged them for their decisions concerning their children. Gehring was one of them. Being a parent is already a huge responsibility and hard work every day. But when your kids get sick, you devote all your time and efforts to help them feel better. So, after a stranger passed Gehring a judgment, he felt he had to share this situation on social media channels. He was convinced his story would change a lot of people's minds. We are all guilty of it. We are scrolling through Facebook and see 12 kids trapped in a cave, a family that was in an accident and lost a loved one, a family member is diagnosed with cancer. That's how Brent started this story on Facebook. You stop and read the story, you feel bad and wonder what it would be like to be that family. Then you scroll on and read the latest meme or watch a funny video, and you forget about that family that is lost and doesn't know how to move on, he continued. But what was the actual reason for writing so? Brent explained he had not written this story to get pity or anything like that. He aimed at changing the way people think and act. We have the power to make days better or worse for others. I chose to attempt to make lives better, he said. Today, I'm going to do this by telling you a story that I have only shared with my wife and my daughter Emma, who was with me. The same daughter that was told earlier today that she will soon start her seventh round of chemotherapy for a brain tumor. She is only 6, by the way, explained the man. Everything started after Emma was born. Her parents thought she was a drama queen. The girl always did what she wanted. When being only 7 months, the girl stopped gaining weight and had problems with her left hand and strabismus. The parents went with their baby to the hospital, where the doctors diagnosed her with a heartbreaking disease. Emma had polymyxide astrocytoma, a form of childhood brain cancer. The disease was ruthless. Emma couldn't walk on her own anymore. After talking with a specialist, the parents started the treatment at Boston Children's Hospital. The process was long and complicated, but the little girl was strong enough to encourage her parents with a cheerful smile on her face. This made one of Brent's students that knew Emma say, "Stay Emma Strong." And that's how #EmmaStrong got viral on Twitter. People started donating money to help Emma with her treatment and special care. In 2013, at 7 months, Emma had her first surgery where the doctors removed 85% of the tumor. But this story was just about to begin. Although the tumor was not cancerous, it grew fast. Emma needed to get chemotherapy. Even with 3 different chemo regimens, cancer couldn't be controlled. The girl lost almost all the skills she had learned. Her mom, Catherine Gehring, wrote their story for her view from home and said it was totally heartbreaking. Emma was 3 when her mother opened up about her daughter's fierce battle. Emma is an amazing little girl who amazes us with her strength every day, she said. Now, Emma is 6, and her father had to give a lesson to a rude stranger they met on the street. The whole journey that has lasted for 6 years was exhausting and ruthless, so when Brent heard that stranger yell at him on the street, he realized there are still some people that judge the book from its cover. I had a choice to make at that time, he wrote on Facebook. It all started one day when Brent, with his daughter, was finishing their meal. My daughter and I were leaving dinner the other night at Union Oyster House in Boston, Massachusetts, a dinner donated to us by an amazing business and friend that has been in our family for years. When I crossed the street carrying her, she couldn't walk without the use of her walker. A man yelled at me from 30 feet away. "What the F?" he yelled, recalled Brent. The man was confused as he didn't expect such a reaction at all. "Make her walk. That's what is wrong with kids today," said the stranger. So when Brent had to choose, can I make myself feel better by screaming at him, or can I teach him something about life? Of course, Brent could punch the rude man right into his face, especially since the stranger was standing so close to them. But he decided to choose another method, which was definitely more effective. I won't lie to you and tell you that it was an easy choice, but I got inches from his face, with my daughter in my arms, and quietly asked him if he was referring to my daughter. "Hell yes," he said. What was Brent's reaction? I responded with, "My daughter has been carrying my faith and my strength for the past 5 years, since she was diagnosed with a brain tumor," recalled the father. The stranger was definitely baffled by the turn of events, but it's not the end. "She can't walk, but I'm happy to carry her because of all the amazing things she has taught me through the years. So I would advise you not address my daughter in any way other than respectful," added Brent on Facebook. These words did something unbelievable. The two men end up sitting down and talking with little Emma in Brent's arms. I won't tell you the rest of the story, but it ended with two grown men with tears rolling down their faces, added the father. Brent said that one of them needed to have his eyes opened to what real life and real love is, and one that is always needing a reminder that good can come from any situation. This story is only important if it serves as a reminder that you don't always know the whole story, so don't judge others, added Brent. I promise you this, through hell and high water, Emma has made each and every day of my life a blessing, continued Brent, adding that he praises God for bringing her into my life. The man wrapped up his story. "Emma, you are perfect just as you are, and we will help carry you through chemo number 7. But don't think this touching story has been finished like this. In August of 2019, doctors told the Garings devastating news. Emma had 4 new tumors. They said it's better to cease treatment and go home. Thus, the family would be able to enjoy the last 2 to 3 months together before the girl would stop breathing. However, 3 months turned into 10, and Emma was still alive. On July 3rd, 2020, Emma's oncologist entered the office and looked at the hopeful and so strong family. He was about to say the amazing news. After a day of intense waiting, much longer than usual, Emma's oncologist came in and delivered the news he had, revealed the Emma Strong Facebook page. Emma's scans had no evidence of disease. They were clear. No tumors, shared the post. Everybody couldn't believe their eyes and ears. If it wasn't a miracle, then what? We are at a loss of thoughts and words at this moment. Emma has an incredible story to tell that can only be described in one way: God's divine intervention. There is no other explanation. When humans failed, God came through, as he always does, said the post. Emma has a new chance to live a normal and healthy life now. Finally, she can be a simple 6-year-old girl, and her only problem would be which doll to play with. Now, the girl is learning to speak, walk, and get strong. We have done what we can without any clinical assistance. We will now seek out physical, occupational, and speech therapy to give Emma better quality of life. This story touched the heartstrings of thousands of people. It proves that miracles can happen. It shows that people who are armed with so much patience and hope are rewarded with one more chance for a better life. Now, Emma has a new life full of joy and tears of happiness. We wish the Garings all the best.